Good morning. Just a quick market review of last week's activity, last week in February. As you can see, it's been an eventful week. Like we posted on Monday after the downgrade of the pound, which I don't really understand. But all I know is that the USA, they got downgraded last year, and the market ended up going up nearly to all-time highs. So it's not the deathbed for the FTSE by any means. It is for currencies. Obviously the pound, I deal in pounds. Obviously I've got to transfer money around, so people that have to buy and sell things in pounds get affected, but all the big companies are hedged against it anyway. They have insurance against it. I used to work for a company and we used to sell into America all the time, and when the contract was signed, it was at the exchange rate that was current, and it was insured either way. So that was, it didn't really matter what happened to currencies after that. So that's, big companies have to do that. They can't afford to take basically what is effectively a gamble on the exchange rates. So they either have a fixed exchange on the contract signing, or they insure against it or hedge against it. That's how companies work. This week's been really good. Obviously, there's no way we could have called the sell-off. I actually was very surprised on Monday morning open that we held. We didn't sell off on Sunday night, but as you can see, we bounced off 63.80 area quite a bit. It just teased us with going up to 64.00, but and obviously then the big dogs came in, as I call them, sold it off down to 62.30, as you can see. And I didn't take, well, I almost can't remember that looking at my accounts. I might have taken a small short, but I didn't really do anything on the Monday, because you've really no idea what's going to happen, because we are not the big players. Yes, with hindsight, it's easy momentum set up short, failed treble top, failed to hit the magic number, but obviously that's hindsight, and anyone can make, we're all millionaires trading hindsight. So what did we trade? Well, we traded the double bottom one-legged man on the Tuesday, as you can see, when we had that spike down to test the 62.30, which we didn't get to. So that's one of our probably the most difficult setup. It's called the one-legged man. It's a common pattern in Forex. It's not often you see it in indexes, but obviously it does work. And it's just basically, where does the market not want to go? It does not want to go below 62.30. We've come down 150 points or whatever it is. This is a lot for the FTSE. This is not Forex. It's not gold. This is where we like to trade it. We look to make 10, 20, 30 points a day. To risk the same, and we do it 89% of the time. Forex and gold, oil, etc. Totally different ball game. So we were long. In fact, we've been long all week. We've been saying to our members, just go long on pullbacks. So we were long on Tuesday on that pullback down. Not a lot to do on Wednesday, as you can see. Then we got a nice move up later on Wednesday, going into Thursday. And we bounced off. We've been trading off fib levels this week. I've just been buying longs from any pullbacks. Even traded on Friday, which is very unusual for me. I just couldn't resist it down at 50% retracement, as you can see here, down at 07, and I did expect to see us up at 64.00, but we didn't quite get there. But it wasn't. I think we took 28 points on that move on Friday, which is very unusual for me. I did short up at 00, sorry, at the fib level on the double top. And it's been quite easy. It's been very repeatable, but that's why we trade the FTSE. It's a lot easier than a lot of other markets. Well, I find it easier anyway, and hopefully people that have been with us for a while will understand that we do find it easier. It's more repeatable. It's a logical market rather than I'd say indexes are more logical than Forex. But obviously you can make money at Forex, don't get me wrong, but it's more difficult to do. And 90% of all the sales blurbs and PDFs and get schemes are all aimed at Forex, and there's a reason why. And it is the most liquid market in the world, but it's also one of the hardest ones to trade. So the pound's been hammered. Obviously I feel that in my pocket with changing pounds into foreign currency all the time. But we've had a good week. So I even traded on Friday, which was very unusual for me. It's not something I normally do, but I just couldn't resist it. There's no way we were going to sell off. The market's strong, USA is strong, the DAX is strong, the Dow is strong. At the end of the day, currencies affect Well, currencies obviously affect cable and everything else, but downgrades do. But do they actually affect FTSE 100? Well, they do indirectly, but it's all fear and greed, which is why we sold off on the Monday. Then reality comes back in, and investors go, well, hang on a minute, what's really changed? In a way, it's better because the pound's cheaper. So big companies like Rolls-Royce or whatever can suddenly become more competitive. Obviously, they're selling in pounds. But I'd say most big companies are insured against it anyway. You would not run. You would not buy a. I mean, I'm a great airplane fan. You would not buy some Trent 1000 engines from Rolls-Royce and sign a contract and then say, right, I'll pay for them whatever when the exchange rate is whatever on the 1st of December. You just wouldn't do it. It's all fixed price. It's all agreed up front. So currency movements don't really affect indexes too much. Also, there is underlying sentiment. Some people will see a weak pound as good for exports, which it is, but also it's bad for imports. But so manufacturing companies, as long as they source their products from England or Great Britain, sorry, they probably like a weak pound because it suddenly makes their products, in retrospectively terms, more attractive. Whereas US dollar strong, it's forex is a different kettle of fish. I can go on about forex for ages, but that's not what we're here to do. I love trading indexes; they're so much more repeatable. Let's look at the drop down to 07. Everyone that's been with us for a while, or has watched the videos, or watched YouTube, or even just knows what they're doing, knows the fact that if we get down to 07, which is 50% retracement, and we don't bother 0, then just go long. It's not rocket science. It really isn't, and that's not being clever. Indexes. Well, when I say indexes, we trade the DAX. One of our moderators runs the DAX Breakfast Club, which is at that DAX Breakfast Club on Twitter. If you've not followed that, have a look. It's a very simple close the gap strategy. I don't mean simple as in belittling it. It works very well. I've traded it. I think I have 4 winners out of 5 off the top of my head. And it's a simple strategy. We give it away for free. Some people charge 200 odd quid for it, but we don't. It's very simple. And I don't mean that best trading setups are simple. When I say simple, I'm not being derogatory in any way. It's patterns. We get many members come and they overcomplicate things. They try and look for this, try and look for that, and we just trade sentiment and patterns. I said on Monday in the members area, just wait for the market to go down. We'll just go long. We'll be long all week. And that's exactly what happened. Apart from we did take a couple of shorts at 80, so that's nearly 100% retracement. I didn't think we'd ever get to 0. We may do on Monday or Tuesday, obviously, but we need to see what happens on Sunday night. But I'm a great fan of fib levels after decent moves. And it's like any setup. We have 16 setups now. I think there's only 11 in the members PDF. The new one will be ready for Birmingham, which is sold out now. Thanks very much for all your attendance. I'm not sure we're going to get everyone in the room, but my mantra on things, it'll sort itself out. And again, that's not being clever, it's just life, It's just one of them things. We got off to a slow start, but I have every confidence. And we aren't going to make any money out of it. By the time I've got to fly back. I have to fly back anyway to go sort some personal stuff out. But now I've got to pay for the rooms for Simon and Michael C. I've got to pay for their accommodation, their transport, and a few other things, food for everybody. And it is, we could have made a lot of money out of it. Some of our competitors charge 600-700 quid, and we're charging 99 quid. Which, when you do the maths, it's quite funny actually. And again, I'm going off on a tangent. This is what I do. I'm quite well known for going off on rants. I don't mean rants in bad ways. I'm really passionate in what we do. We do things different from everybody else, and I'm quite proud to put my neck on the line and state that. And if anyone wants to prove me wrong, then fair play, have a go. But it won't work. We could charge 500, 600 quid. I know people charge thousands for seminars, but if we had charged 500 quid and we got 30 people, you can do the maths yourself. But no, we charge 99 quid. So by the time I paid my expenses and Michael C's and Simon's expenses, the room fees, and obviously you get lunch and late lunch and afternoon tea. That sounds posh, doesn't it? And then I'm buying beers after, and for those that are staying over, I'm buying pizzas after that as well, or whatever else we decide we're going to do. No one else does this, but It's quite funny. I had a few tweets. I mean, I like the Twitter. Don't get me wrong. My public Twitter is at FTSEDay, and I don't do too much in public. I don't need to be honest. We've got enough members and people come and it's come through word of mouth, or they watch the blog or whatever, listen to the blog. And we have our members Twitter feed, FTSEDay Live, which it does need a clean out. We've got lots of people on there that from last year that have left for whatever reason. Some of them become successful, some of them jobs change, some of them can't do it. But they're still all on the members feed, and I need to sort that out. But when you get the odd tweet saying, Mike, what are you doing? Why are you doing a £99 seminar? Why don't you charge £700 or £500 like everyone else does? It must be cheap. It's perceived value, and I've let what I do talk for itself. We did one last year. It was a bit nerve-wracking for me because I'm not actually that good in public. I'm quite a quiet person, believe it or not. But you know, I've got people to help me out. Simon is very, very good, very confident. But you know, last year's was a good session. This year will be. We're going to go through the new setups. We're going to go through some of the boring stuff that again no one else will teach you, but it makes a difference. And we've also got a new rebate plan, so you can get paid for trading as well. That we probably will be covering, but that's not run by me, so we just need to clarify that. But if anyone wants any details on anything, just let me know. But we are full at the moment, so if you're listening to this and you want to come, I'm sorry, we are full. If you're not already on the list, then you'll have to come to the next one. But as usual, if you need any help, we do a free session every month on the first Thursday of the month. We do, like today, this Sunday, we're doing a free session, Q&A session today. We're not here to make every penny out of everybody. That's just not our style. Yes, we're a business. We have, I'm in 3 businesses, so at the end of the day, we do need to make money, or at least pay our bills. I just paid for the live room for another 12 months, which isn't cheap, but it's good. And we have 3 other moderators that come and go, and we have up to 30-35 people in the room when everyone turns up, but we average about 25 people, which is about right. And we have a mixture of people. We have people that are in the room all day. Some people never say a word. Some people are very vocal. We have a bit of a laugh, and when there's nothing to do, there's nothing to do. But when there is something to do, like that retracement down to 50% fib with our direction, we've been calling all week market going up, and indexes are related to currency exchange, but indexes run on sentiment. Forex is a different kettle of fish. I don't personally trade it. I used to do. And being blunt, wasn't very good at it because you need a lot more understanding of how the underlying market works. Whereas indexes, whether it's DAX, Dow, FTSE, they work more on fundamentals, and they certainly work more on chart patterns than Forex ever does. And I'll defend that to the hilt. If anyone wants to try and prove me wrong, then please have a go. But patterns work so well on the FTSE. I mean, all our setups are just patterns. Apart from, we have an overnighter, first of the month, and at 9 o'clock. And these are all new ones. This is not in the existing PDF. They are based on, well, they are patterns, but they're based on sentiment-driven market action, depending on whether it's the first of the month, after 9 o'clock, or sorry, after 8 o'clock, and various other things that are not rocket science, but that is the easy bit. People get hung up on setups. We had a few people join recently, and they said, Mike, we've got our existing setups, which is about 11, I think, in PDF, and also we've been talking about the new ones and trading the new ones, and people want a new document, and that's fine. I'm on with it. It will be done before Birmingham, which I think is 3 weeks away. But the setups are the easy bit. It's all the boring stuff that no one else will teach you is the difficult bit. We call these the super trader traits, which is not my name. It's a friend of mine who came up with that term. But it is. It's 11 key points. But if you read trading books, then you can work it out for yourself. But all we've done is just condense them into bulletin points. It's almost like a checklist for trading. Get your head in the zone. Are you doing it correctly? What's your risk reward? Are you trading your setups? Are you trading without emotion, without fear, without greed? And if you can tick all the boxes, then you're in the zone to trade. And we have trading sheets, checkpoints, bulletin lists, spreadsheets that not automate it, but get yourself to a position where you trade like a robot, effectively. EAs don't work. The scalping ones may do, but longer term they don't, because you need to have a bit of market sentiment. And again, we never sell anything fancy with no fancy sales PDFs, but with no sales PDFs, with no sales nothing. But they don't work long term. Scalping ones, yes, may do, fine, no problem. But longer term, you need to have a bigger, keep an eye on a bigger picture. What's the market sentiment doing? But at the end of the day, it's just patterns. The fact we had a double bottom on the Tuesday, or it turned out to be a one-legged man down at 62.30, 32 area. It just gave me a green light to go long, and we've been long all week. Apart from we did short at 80s. We had 2 shorts up there. Again, all called live. I'm not in the room 8 hours a day, live trading room. It's open before 8 o'clock. It's open all day. It's open 24/5. And we have 3 moderators that come and go, other than myself. But I'm not in there all day. There's no point. We have this saying called Life Rich, which basically means, I used to do 60 hours a week, sat in front of the computer typing away. Yeah, I made good money, don't get me wrong. I walked away from at least 50 odd grand a year. But there's no way I'm going to do 50 hours a week anymore. It's just not going to happen. And I know some members get a bit frustrated that I'm not here all day, every day, but that's not the point. We show you what we do it live. We've got all the material, we've got other moderators that come and go. Yeah, sometimes there's not everyone in the room, but that's just one of the things. At the end of the day, all the other rooms I've been a moderator in another room before I set my own up. And people do 2-3 hour stints and that's it. So I personally do UK Open, because my time zone is on 8 hours in front, so it works perfect for me. We have the DAX breakfast set up, which is run by one of our moderators that sometimes we look at it in the room, sometimes we don't. But no disrespect to Michael C, because he's done exactly the right thing. It's a very, very simple setup, and trust me, the best trades are the simple ones. So we get criticised sometimes for being too simple. It can't be that simple. Well, I'm here to say it is, and members will know we've been doing this for 18 months live in the paid room, 2 years. We did 6 months before that, just me helping friends out, pull that Chris and other people that have gone on to be successful themselves. And that's what we want. We're quite happy for people to stay. We've got quite a few members that have been virtually with us from day one, and we've had quite a few members that decided they want to do it for themselves. And we're quite happy to do either. All that we're bothered about, we're not bothered about making money. If we wanted to make money, we wouldn't be doing seminars at cost, and we'd be charging a lot more for what we do. We spend hours and hours and hours and hours on this every week. And I know one of my friends is setting up his own live room, and he will find it extremely difficult, because he only wants to trade an hour or 2 a day, which I do, don't get me wrong. I look to make my money on the open. Well, I used to do anyway, but when you've got a live room, you've got customers, and it doesn't matter how much they're paying, whether it's £10 a month, £100 a month, £80 a month, it's irrelevant. You need to be there, you need to offer a service, so he's going to struggle. So I hope he sorts it out. I never say bad about anybody, even people that have tried to give me abuse in the past. We've found the best way to do it is ignore them or prove them wrong. I don't respond to criticism. I do if it's constructive criticism from members. We did have a difficult time a few months ago, but we've rectified that now, and like any business, you can always get better. So we're not here to say we're perfect by any means, but people try and wind me up and give me grief over this and that, then it's just not going to happen. I'm quite thick-skinned, and I think you've got to be in this industry. But we let our trading do what we say. I've just got an email this morning from a member in Italy, just praising us and saying how good we are and all this. And it's like, what can I do, Mike, to help you? And it's like, I'm really reluctant to put that out in the public. Obviously, I've just said that, but I'm not going to put it in. I'm not going to post this email, because we don't need to do it. Because a lot of people do that sort of thing. I look at us, and I can take a picture. I'm sat on a beach. I live a mile away from a lovely beach. Oh no, sorry, 3 miles away from a lovely beach. A mile away from one beach, but the better beach 3 miles away, down the corner. And we could do a stereotypical look at me, sat there next to the palm trees with the sun going down. And we don't do any of that rubbish. It's not us. It's, trading can be whatever you want it to be, but we're not here to say it's easy. Anyone says it's easy is spoon feeding you a load of rubbish. and they're trying to sell their systems rather than trying to help people. It's not easy. You can do it. If I can do it, anyone can do it. I had 3 years of losing. Oh, sorry, 2 years of losing. 1 year of actually getting my head into the game, and now 3 years of winning. Yes, I do lose now and again. Don't get me wrong. But overall, I'm profitable every week, every month. Three losing weeks. Well, 2 losing weeks and one. Well, I did lose, but it was about 5 quid, which is worth speaking about in the last 2 years. And that's 90% called live on our members' Twitter or a room for those people that have got time during the day. But any luck to make 1, 2, possibly 3 trades a day. You don't want to be sat here in front of the computer all day, which is why we've got Michael C, Mark and Simon as moderators. People come and go, and we've got good members in the room. I'm not going to name names, but you know who you are, that have been with us for a while, that get what we do. And it's a team effort. It's not. There's no I in team, as they say. So it's not about me. I'm just the person that makes sure the server works, does all the emails, and keeps an eye on things. Yeah, we call trades. I take trades every day if I see something, but it's about the team. So anyway, I hope that's been interesting. Next week, I expect quite a tight range bound start to the week. I do expect to see 0-0, and then I think we'll consolidate, because I think the market will need to decide what's going to happen. So we may well have a quiet Monday, Tuesday, but I do think we'll see 0-0. Well, we almost have to see 0-0 at some point, just getting your entry. So I will be going long on pullbacks or a breakout of the highs, MC Slammer, into 0-0, which isn't in the members PDF, but there's a video of it in the members area. It will be in the new one. I should have the new one done for Birmingham. Everyone will get a copy of it. I'm not sure, well, we'll probably do a CD or something. But I've just had an email this morning about it actually, which I've answered already. And we will try and do video. The PDF will be the PDF with screenshots. Our plan is to do a video of each one live in action. We've got some already, but we won't have all of them for the Birmingham's. It's the 22nd. We won't have videos for all of them by then, because we can only do videos when we actually see the trade set up. And we don't want to do retrospective ones. We want to do live ones. Anyone can retrospectively trade. It's so easy. Members in our room will know that we call trades live for the right reasons nearly every day. And that's about it. Any questions, send me an email, traders@FTSEDay.co.uk. We are doing a live session this morning on Sunday the 3rd at 10 AM. I'm just going to be talking about the week's market, but I'll just probably use this screenshot as an introduction to what we do, and then it'll be a Q&A for an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on how many people turn up and how many people, how many questions people have got, because I can't talk for 2 hours. Whatever people may think, even I'm limited to what I can speak. So that's it. Again, any questions, send us an email. Any members watching this, really appreciate your support. Any ex-members on the members Twitter feed, I will have to reset that at some point. So if you need to stay on it, then send me an email, and we'll do our best to help. We were thinking of charging for it separately, but being blunt, we're not here to make every penny out of everybody. That's not what we do. If we did, we'd charge a lot more money, and we'd do the old £999 2-day seminar, well, 99 quid for a day, including food, which no one else will ever do. And it's quite funny. Again, I'm not mentioning any names on Twitter. I got one trader, which I quite respect, tweeted me. I can't remember if he tweeted or emailed now, saying virtually, how dare I do a £99 seminar? And it's like, well, I can do what I want, to be honest, but we do it for the right reasons. And that's it. Again, any questions, send us an email. Hope you've learned something from this. Always think about the bigger picture. Don't get hung up on missing every trade. Oh, it's a double top, it's a double bottom. Oh, I've missed that. Just, stand back a little bit. It's called doing the money. You look at a bigger time frame, look at the bigger picture. What's happening? Pound's been devalued on Sunday. The market virtually had to go down on Monday after we didn't make new highs. And you just sit and wait for the bottom, which we've got a one-legged man, which we call our setup there down at 30. We didn't want to break below it. As soon as you don't break below it, wait for confirmation, just go long. And then you can either just ride your stop, or you can take profits and then look for the next entry. and you can see the lines on the chart. These are just basically fib lines and levels. That's all we trade. We don't do anything complicated. We don't use any other indicators than what you can see on here. There's no point. They don't work. I'm not saying they don't work for for forex, but at the end of the day, forex is run by the big banks. You really have no idea unless you spend a lot of time learning it, or you've got a unique skill. But that's why 89% of people lose. Indexes, thankfully, especially the FTSE, works so well. It respects levels. 80% of the FTSE trading in the real market's automated. So let's look at that 50% retracement. Bang on. You can sell it into it. You can go long off it. It's just the way it works. Anyway, that's enough for now. Any questions, send us an email, traders@FTSEDay.co.uk. I'll come to this morning session if you get this in time. I will record it, and I'll probably put it on public YouTube anyway. Record some of it anyway, because obviously to see the questions I have to have the members window open, and quite rightly people don't want their names put on Twitter, which is fair enough. So I'll record most of it and post what I can, and we'll see what happens next week. But I expect to see 64.00. I'll be very surprised if we don't. So I personally will be looking to see what happens on Sunday night. If ideally want a pullback, if we can get down to 50, 63.50, and that is around there on the open, I'll just go long based on magic number, and then run it as an MC slammer into 00. I definitely think we'll see 64.00. It's just a case of when. You can't shut your eyes and go long or short, which is why we have our 16 of setups. Basically, you go through a checklist. Is it this? No. Is it that? No. Oh, this is a possibility. Right, we'll look for that. Is it this? No. So, our possible setups at the moment would possibly MC slammer down to 50, which is a magic number. 50 to hold, to go long. Break at 50 to go short. Or MC slammer back up to 64.00. But obviously things will change over on Sunday night, so we'll review the market on Monday. We work Monday to Thursday. About 7:15 till about 10, 11, sometimes later for me, and I have a break and I come back and do a couple of hours later on. But again, it's not about me, it's about our moderators. People come and go, and we've got a good team of people that have been with us for a while, and they've contributed to the chat. You can just see on the levels now, 80 is a key level. If we break above 80, then we're well onto MC slammer time into 00, which I do think will bounce off. I think a lot of the smart money that's been long all week will get out at 00, so I expect a bounce from there. But as usual, as we say, only trade what you see, not what you think. If you try and trade what you think, it'll drive you mad, and more importantly, you'll lose money. But you really have to trade what you see, and I think that's one of our biggest mottos. And that's it. Thanks very much for listening. Any questions, stick it, send us an email, traders@FTSEDay.co.uk, or Simon@FTSEDay.co.uk. Who's my business partner in this. He's a very, very good trader. We have different styles, but again, there's nothing right, nothing wrong. It just depends. As long as you make money, then it doesn't really matter how you do it. You do it for the right reasons. And thanks very much for listening, and have a great weekend. If you're watching this later, if we hit 00, then I hope we can learn from it, because I'm very confident we will do. I personally would like a pull back down to 50. If we can see down to 50, then I'll be building longs again next week. And as usual, any questions, send us an email, and thanks very much. And as you can hear, we're having an almighty thunderstorm, and I love thunderstorms, but anyway, I digress. Thanks very much, and take care.